Rain hammered against Maya Chen's apartment window as she hurried down the lobby stairwell, arms full of groceries. The building's elevator had been broken for 3 days, typical for her aging complex on the east side of the city. She nearly collided with them in the entryway. A man in a soaked business suit, crouching beside a little girl who couldn't have been more than 6. The child clutched a stuffed rabbit, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I'm sorry," the man said, looking up. His eyes were exhausted, desperate. "We're waiting for a taxi, but nothing's coming in this weather." Maya noticed their luggage, expensive pieces, now dripping water onto the worn linoleum. "Are you lost?" "Not exactly." He ran a hand through wet dark hair. "We just flew in from Seattle. The hotel lost our reservation and everything else nearby is booked because of some tech conference. We've been trying." He stopped, noticing his daughter's shoulders shaking. "Sweetie, it's okay. Daddy will figure something out." Maya hesitated. Her practical side screamed warnings, but the little girl's distress pulled at something deeper. She thought of her own father, who'd raised her alone after her mother passed, always finding solutions even when there seemed to be none. "Look, I have a pull-out couch," she heard herself say. "It's not much, but it's dry and warm, just for tonight, until you can sort things out in the morning." The man's relief was palpable. "Are you sure? We don't want to impose." "I'm sure. I'm Maya, by the way, Daniel. And this is Sophie." He squeezed his daughter's shoulder gently. An hour later, Sophie was wrapped in Maya's oversized bathrobe, drinking hot chocolate while her father's suit dried over the radiator. Maya had ordered pizza, and they sat around her small coffee table, an unexpectedly comfortable silence settling between bites. "Your apartment is cozy," Daniel said, glancing at the engineering textbooks stacked near her desk. "You're a student? Quality?" "Assurance engineer, actually. At Nexus Technologies. It's a software company downtown. I just like to keep learning." She smiled at Sophie. "What about you? What grade are you in?" "First grade," Sophie said quietly, gaining confidence. "I miss my friends in Seattle. We're relocating for my work," Daniel explained, something unreadable crossing his face. Big change for both of us. They talked late into the evening. About Sophie's love of art, Maya's hobby of fixing old electronics, the challenges of single parenting. Daniel was surprisingly easy to talk to, careful never to pry but genuinely interested when Maya mentioned her own father's passing 2 years earlier. "He sounds like he was a remarkable man," Daniel said softly. "He was." Maya felt the familiar ache. "He taught me that helping people isn't about what you get back. It's just what you do." The next morning, Maya woke to the smell of coffee. She found Daniel in her kitchen, fully dressed in spare clothes from his luggage, attempting to make breakfast. "You didn't have to," she protested. "Least I could do." He smiled, and she noticed for the first time how genuine it was, crinkling the corners of his eyes. "Sophie's still sleeping." "Maya, I can't thank you enough. You didn't have to trust strangers, but you did. Sometimes strangers are just friends you haven't met yet." She accepted the coffee mug. "Did you find a hotel?" "I did. We'll be out of your hair soon." He paused. "Although, I'm guessing I might see you around. What department did you say you work in at Nexus?" "Q&A engineering, 2nd floor. Why?" His smile turned mysterious. "Just curious." They left an hour later, Sophie hugging Maya goodbye with surprising fierceness. Daniel pressed a note into her hand. "Don't read it until tonight," he said. Maya forgot about the note until she was settling into bed that evening. She unfolded it, expecting maybe a thank you or contact information. Instead, it read, "Thank you for seeing us as people first." Most wouldn't have. "Looking forward to working with someone who leads with kindness. See you Monday. Daniel Reeves, CEO." Her phone almost slipped from her hands as she pulled up the company newsletter she'd ignored all week. There, in the announcement she'd scrolled past, was his face. "Nexus Technologies welcomes new CEO Daniel Reeves." Monday morning, walking into the building, Maya's stomach churned with anxiety. The all-hands meeting was at 9. Daniel took the stage in the main conference room, professional and commanding. His eyes found hers in the crowd, and he gave the slightest nod before beginning his speech about transparency, innovation, and treating people with dignity. Afterward, He called her to his office. "I hope I didn't make things awkward," he said immediately. "I should have told you who I was, but honestly, it was the first time in months someone saw me as just Daniel, just a dad trying to help his kid. I needed that." Maya exhaled slowly. "I'm glad I could help. Both of you. Your father taught you well." He leaned back. "I meant what I wrote. Kindness is a leadership quality we don't value enough. I'd like you on a task force I'm creating, bringing different departments together to improve company culture." She blinked. "I'm just a Q&A engineer. You're someone who sees people first, problems second. That's exactly what we need." As Maya left his office, she thought about her father, about strangers and rain and small acts of courage. Sometimes, she realized, the universe had interesting ways of rewarding those who simply chose to be kind. And sometimes, a single night could change everything.